So I'm kind of curious what other people think, specifically you, the viewer, right now. I don't know if a lot of y'all have noticed Xbox's latest, campaign, their promotional marketing thing that they're doing, but they're claiming that everything is an Xbox, as you can see in this video.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody got choices. Everybody got choices. Everybody got choices.
So the whole idea is everybody's got choices. That's what the song's saying. Everybody's got choices. And they're saying this is an Xbox in reference to a smart TV. This is an Xbox in reference to a tablet or a laptop or a cell phone or the latest ROG Xbox Ally X, whatever it's called. Everything's an Xbox. These are all Xboxes. And I'm curious what other people feel about this particular campaign, because I don't really think that these other devices actually are Xboxes. I mean, they claim unleash the freedom to play however you want, wherever you want, but you can't play the vast majority of Xbox games. You can only play the games that are play anywhere, that are on both Xbox and on Windows. You can play a lot of Windows games. Like this is an incredible device for $1,000, but like you can play a lot of video games on it, no doubt. But there's so much of your potential Xbox library that you're locked out of. Unless, of course, you consider cloud gaming to actually be gaming. I don't really, because, again, you have to stream the video to whatever device you're on, and then you press buttons, which are then streamed back to the place that's streaming the video, and then an action happens there, and that's streamed to you. So there's always going to be latency issues with cloud gaming. It doesn't matter how incredible your connection is. There's always going to be latency issues with this. So like if you're playing a fighting game, if you're playing a first-person shooter, or you're playing a game where you have to dodge at like the perfect time, or you have to parry at the perfect time, it's just not a viable option. So if the games aren't natively running on the device, is it actually an Xbox? Is it actually an Xbox? Hashtag play all your games, but you can't because it's not an Xbox. I'm curious what you guys think about this, because it's something that kind of drives me a little crazy, especially with the way that Xbox is kind of going in terms of both their gaming catalog as well as their hardware offerings. And, with the ROG Ally X, like it's $1,000 for what they're calling an Xbox, but it can't play a good portion of Xbox games. And, we've had all these rumors that Xbox was going away from, consoles in the future, and that they were just going to, go the way of Sega, and they're going to create software and all this stuff. Those rumors were quickly debunked by Xbox. And honestly, by this video right here, really kind of drove a nail in that whole rumor coffin. Let's go ahead and listen to what Sarah Bond, the Xbox president, has to say about the future of Xbox.
So if there was a console that could kind of be a gaming PC and console in one, like that would be helpful for me. I don't know what you can tell us about the next gen console. Any?
Well, I can tell you you're right that the next gen console is going to be a very premium, very high end curated experience. You're starting to see some of the thinking that we have in this handheld, but I don't want to give it all away.
So if there was a
So they're pointing at the handheld and being like, you're seeing what we're thinking, which is, of course, kind of the hybrid Xbox PC thing, obviously. But there were two things that she said right there. First is it will be very premium. That means it's going to be incredibly expensive. Look forward to a $1,000 Xbox purchase in the future. At the very least, it's going to be like $800, I feel like. And they say high-end curated experience. Now, you might be wondering, what do these buzzwords mean? Because these are a lot of buzzwords. High-end curated experience. Let's focus on curated. This is essentially saying that they're not going to have any games. But they're going to curate the game lineup, and there's not going to be a lot of pickings, I guess you would say. And this is further expounded upon in another part of the interview.
I don't know, like exclusives have been less of a focus. It seems like with Xbox, we're getting more like cross-platform games. Where do like big blockbuster, exclusives fit into this, if at all, or is it kind of evolving past that place?
We're really seeing people evolve way past that. Like the biggest games in the world are available everywhere.
Yeah.
You look at Call of Duty, you look at Minecraft, you look at Fortnite, you look at Roblox. Like that's actually what's really driving community in gaming. That's where people gather, they have experiences. And the idea of locking it to one store or one device is antiquated for most people. You want to be able to play with your...
The idea of having exclusives on your console. Nah, that whole idea, that's antiquated. We don't need to have that anymore. You have to ask the question, then why am I going to buy an Xbox? When all the game offerings you are providing are going to be on other consoles, they're going to be on a PC, why would I not just go to Sony? Why would I not just pick up a PlayStation and enjoy all the games that you're gonna put out on the PlayStation and enjoy actual exclusives? Why would I not go over to Nintendo with all of its wonderful exclusives and just enjoy all the games you're going to put out on that system and all the exclusives? And you know what? Nintendo, pretty underpowered system, the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Well, I also have a PC. So I can have the Nintendo stuff on my Nintendo and everything else on the PC. So why would I want an Xbox? I don't understand why they're going in this direction, because it doesn't make good business sense to me. Unless they just plan on being like, hey, here's a premium computer that just plugs into your TV and you're good to go with everything. That kind of sounds like the direction that they're going with. But again, why would I want that when I already have a PC? And I know not everybody has a PC, but I have a PC. Why would I not just look at the new PlayStation that's going to come out and get that? Because that's going to have Gran Turismo. That's going to have the Spider-Man games. That's going to have, you know, God of War and Uncharted and hopefully some other games that isn't just The Last of Us remastered again or whatever. I don't get it. I don't understand why they're going in this direction. It doesn't make sense to me. It seems like a really bad idea. But that's my thoughts. I'm really curious about what you guys think, so leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about all this. Whether or not you're an Xbox fan or, you know, from the outside looking in. I would really like to know what you guys think. But before we go, I do want to make mention, you know, since we're talking about Xbox, Xbox does have their ID Xbox Showcase coming on October 28th. ID at Xbox is like their independent games and whatnot. So really curious what we're going to see there. Hopefully we see a lot of really cool games. But yeah, this has been DC Nest. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, thanks for watching this long. Check out my podcast. Right now it's on Spotify. We're going to be putting it up on Apple and Google very soon. It's called the DC Nest Podcast. Just search it. You can find it. And you can also find it on YouTube as well. I have a whole channel where I'm going to be uploading. We're going to be uploading another episode very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. And until next time, thanks for watching. And I hope to see you guys again very, very soon. Bye-bye.